skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
Who got it up? Let me see what's going on over here. Oh, okay. 37. Okay, this is real.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick then he with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
What's up?
They begin by Smith. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Smith. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
We got some blue right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Hold up, man. That shit is fucked up.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Gotta make sure I get Juju in the game.
Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Caught left side, Garcon. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Jones. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
from the gun. Jackson.
Oh, come on,
The ball
man.
comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
I thought you paying attention.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
He's brought down by Sean Davis. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete.
Nigga went and got Carlos
Trying to
Hyde.
dial up the long way out there, but it'll be
Nah, they gave him opportunity to see the trade, though.
Something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this
they gave him opportunity to see the trade already. That's what he wanted anyway.
At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I don't know if they should have done that, but I'm saying they should have tried to get him.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
What's his name? Carlos Hyde. That nigga ain't gonna do
Throw
it.
left side, taken in by Washington.
They gonna try to get something for him. That nigga behind him is the
shy of the
truth.
first on the 35-yard stripe.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Yeah, you know how it is. Shit, he got somebody on his heels. if he don't get it now, he gonna be gone.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he slips up past the 45.
Yeah, I'd rather than be down here in them Texans.
A curious decision to go
Carlos
for
Hyde,
it, but it pays off with a first down.
Miller ain't coming back. You might well go on trade him when he get healthy. I had a little old though, man. To be every down back, we need an every down back.
Now
Duke Johnson ain't gonna do it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Yeah, Duke Johnson ain't gonna do it for us. Not right now, what we need.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Easy. 26.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Conner. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. That's a microcosm of how it's gone for their rushing game so far this year. 29th in the league on the ground.
Yeah, it's a great illustration of what we're seeing because these problems go back to the offensive line. You can't give guys free access to your backfield. Can't let these free runners come and get them because free runners turn into free hitters.
44. 48 month. 48 month. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, it's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. He can't hang.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 6. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
That knee came down. I thought he was in there. I surely did.
Set. Like 80.
Okay. Beating no blocking.
Kill. Jack 16.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7.
If he did it, I mean, it probably would have been good because I was going to go straight up the middle, but he squeezed everybody in, so I bounced outside.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Come on. You better. Hustle, hustle. 198.
From the 31, Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 55, Mike 55.
It's Jackson.
Get it. Get out the way. Get out the way.
It's
Get
intercepted.
out the way.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And
what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
180. Let's go, D.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Oh, come on,
It'll be
goddamn
intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Check 55.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Squish, double up. 198. 98 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Boom. Check 24. Check 24.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, he missed it.
And he missed it. It's no good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Oh, come on, it is.
Let's go.
1st and 10. Around the 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
Oh, come on.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? Blue 30. Check. 48's the mic. Let's go, let's go. Black, what's that?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually...
Nigga mouse that nigga. Oh, that nigga want to go challenge that out.
Fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
I can't stand this no more.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Next to score, Steelers 17, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80. Drop deep, drop deep.
Right back to Connor here on first. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 27, Mike 27.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger.
Now big hit,
get the
and
ball,
he lost
the
man.
football. It's loose. And an Allen, the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Tucker now for the extra point.
Back here.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers 17.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, fuck, I threw it too
The
hard.
coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. He ain't the mic. Check back, check back.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now it's Jackson.
Come on, man. How you going to make me drop a pick?
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Push. To the house.
He's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this. 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Check 55. Check 55 to Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, come on.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly.
Come on,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cyrus Jones picks it, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he
Pick it
lost
up.
the
Let's go, Bush.
And it's picked
Let's
up
go,
by the
Bush.
Steelers.
Break some tackles. Let's go.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Black 80! Hey, alert, 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 alert! It's a partner. Black is good!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Boy, them niggas, yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 22. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Ravens push further out in front. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Jackson's pass complete to Miles Boykin. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson will throw again.
Man, he dropped the kick. Come on,
but
bro.
that's going to wind up incomplete.
So they look like they were getting ready to convert there on third down. But
The
what
nigga
an
with the
effort to
Ravens
get his
is
hand on that
ready.
one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
Yeah, they
and do
ain't
it
got
really
no money, so I traded all them
Otherwise,
niggas.
there
Most
could be
of them.
repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. Now a
they ain't got no
desperation
money.
throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.